in a car or something like that, and then taking that, posting that on Instagram or Twitter or YouTube, and building an ad behind that.
Right. So when you're first starting out, doing just a live performance, and the thing is, the people aren't really. They're halfway connecting with the song and halfway connecting with the headline that you put around it.
What do you mean when you say the headline we put around
So
it?
the headline can't just be, new single out from so-and-so.
Okay.
It's got to be more centered around a subject that your listener cares about. Let's say somebody, I don't know, broke up with their boyfriend, and you
Okay.
make a song about breakups. Your headline would be centered around that subject. It wouldn't just be you telling people you have a new song out from so-and-so because they don't know so-and-so.
Okay, I don't mean to cut you off, but we have a single that we just released named Problems. So he said instead of just saying check out the new single Problem, you're saying build a situation around a problem.
More so, yeah. You're on the right track.
You see what I'm saying? And be like, well, everybody got this kind of problem, and I'm having this problem with this bill, or I'm having this problem with my car, or this person having this kind of problem.
Right. So that you're hitting
and
on
then
it.
The song just kick in and we perform it.
Right. So the headline might be, this is a song you play when your car breaks down, or when you're having car problems. A very simple headline, or something around that. It's not just this single's out now. It's this situation you can resonate with, and we're singing about it, and we have talent. All those things combined within equal a more successful ad than just telling people this is out now.
Okay, we have another one called, the name of the track is Social Media, and we're just saying how people are so in depth into social media, and they're exposing themselves. So you're exposing your whole life. You putting too much out there about yourself or whatever. Social media, and then perform the song, or a different type of rich. We're a different type of rich. We getting out money legitimately. We're making a living we're pushing for the kids, the future for the kids. This is the type of rich that we are, and perform the track. That's what you're saying?
Right. So you're hitting on, you're it's getting more close to it. So it's about the subject, and you're kind of not the focal point as much at first whenever you're promoting to new people, but you can become
maybe somebody else would be the focal point, or
no. The subject is the focal point. You are the focal point. Okay. Right. The subject is the focal point. You as the artist are expressing that subject to the audience, and then they're going to connect with you through that story.
So we're a 4-member band, right? And what about if just one member perform their verse in the song, and then post that, and then in another town, another member perform their verse in that song, and just put that out instead of doing the whole song?
Yeah, I wouldn't do the whole song. I'd do about 30 to 60 seconds.
Which could be just one verse.
Yep, as long as they belt it out, and they belt it out, do it to the best of their ability. You build the headline around it, and then you start.
Now, when you say build a headline around it, you mean in the actual text when you're creating the post, or actually what we're saying on the video?
So you could do it in the actual video. You can make a little screen wrap around it and put that in the video, as long as it's not too big of a headline, because they don't want you to have over 20% of your video be text. But you can have it be in the actual video. If you don't want to put it there, then you put that as the first line in the description on Instagram. And that way people can still read that, and then they'll be shifting their view of the video to the story you place around it. You create the narrative.
Okay. We also did a collabo with a star. His name is Cujo Goody from the Goody Mob, and he about to release a compilation album, and we actually paid for a slot to be on there with our single Problems that we're talking about. So so he would be considered more of an influencer. How could we build our marketing around that, using the topic, using the strategies you're talking about with that influencer?
Yeah, I'm not sure that they'd be enough of an influencer. Like it's definitely something, but I don't know if that'd be enough of an influencer to be putting into making a focal part of the ad. I'd probably skip that part for so good amount. But got time for one more question if you got one more on your mind.
No, man, you kind of put me on track. Now as far as putting out the so we talked about radio, we talked about digital streaming, you talk about concentrating on Instagram, YouTube, so just concentrate on making many videos, as many as possible, performing the song. That's basically what you're saying, and building ads around those and targeting different cities.
Right. So you have your, obviously your page is set up nicely once they do visit it, if they do after they view your ad, and they engage with you, and then after they follow you, they already have a nice narrative and storyline of what your Instagram page looks like. And go ahead.
Okay. What can you offer us as far as building up our page, setting them up professionally and properly, setting these platforms up, or what can you offer us toward the strategies you're saying?
Mm-hmm. So we don't manage other people's Instagram ads at the moment. We can do the YouTube promotion for you. So if you have the video on YouTube and you're like, all right, I want to hit these cities, we do all the promotion around that. You just make the video and send in that on.
So you would build up the viewership and the subscribers?
So the subscribers are up to them. We're building the views. We're showing it to more and more people. And if they want to subscribe, they can. But
right. I get what you're saying.
You build the elements around it and then encourage them to subscribe by telling them in the comments and the description and inside the video. But as far as managing Instagram ads, that's something that will probably roll out early next year.
Okay, and I've seen other companies that do that, but that's what they would do. I would need to look for social media management, is what you're talking about, to actually set the pages up correctly, not SEO optimization or anything like that.
Not for Instagram, you don't need that.
Okay, all right. And I mean, no offense, but your website kind of confused me a little bit going through it. How would I find the program that you're offering to sign up for it?
Right. So we have not rolled that one out yet for just us to take a full takeover and manage Instagram.
No, not the management. I mean the YouTube promotion that you were talking about that you do.
Oh, okay. YouTube promotion. You just go to the promotion page.
I mean, it was kind of funky in your page to try to find stuff. I mean, you know what I mean?
So you just go to the promotion page. There's a button right at the top that says "Start promoting now." You just hit the button, and then it'll just take you to the order form, and you'll see them all listed there. It'll say Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. You just click on YouTube and just enter in the details there.
As far as Spotify, what are you offering?
What we're doing is getting you featured onto a certain amount of playlist followers. So if you select the 100K playlist option, that means that you're going to be placed on at least 100,000 playlist followers throughout all the lists. So that might be 10 lists of 10,000 followers to make the math easy, or 2 lists of 50,000 followers. See, those both equal 100,000. And you're on those lists for 2 to 4 weeks, and it just depends on how active the list is and how many songs are on the list. But it's 2 weeks for very active lists, we call it, and 3 to 4 weeks for standard active list.
And that would draw in more monthly listeners or more?
Yeah. Well, not monthly listeners.
Streams.
Right, just stream, because, after the promotion ends.
What's more important?
The most important thing is actually getting somebody to save your song and getting them to either save your song, actually to get off of Spotify and follow you somewhere else, because there's no way to keep up with somebody on Spotify. Like, you can hit the follow button, but after that, there's nothing else the artist can do on their end. as you see in Spotify, you can't send any follow-up messages to people who follow your page unless you pay for ads. So
yeah, pay for Spotify ads, which is what you're offering.
no, we're offering playlist placements.
So how would I go about the Spotify ads?
You mean setting up like a Spotify audio ad?
Yeah.
That'd be a whole nother conversation.
Okay,
We wouldn't have time to answer that one now, but I can tell you this: we are giving out a Spotify audio ads course, and that's going to be in next week. That's going to be part of a Black Friday sale.
Need to purchase that.
Right. So it's going to be anybody who purchases any promotion package during that time is going to get either a Facebook or Spotify ad course just as a part of the package. And then if you spend a certain amount, you'll get both of them thrown in. So, for example, let's say you spend $150 on just the YouTube promotion. All right, we'll say, cool, we'll throw in the Spotify audio ads course for free. And then if you spend at least $500, then we'll give you both the Facebook, the Instagram, and the Spotify course where you just learn everything we have to offer on all three of them. And you set yourself up for next year and you know the ins and outs of how to run all three ads.
Gotcha. Okay. Got me on the right track, man.
All right. Yeah, if you have any additional questions, you can definitely shoot us an email. We'll be able to answer it. Unfortunately for this session, that's all the time we had. But
I understand.
Yeah, shoot us an email and we will do our best.
All right, man. Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. It was very helpful, man. Very helpful.
Awesome. Glad it could help. So how can we help today? What is the number one biggest problem you're trying to solve for your music business?
Yeah, well, I guess just a little context to make good use of the time here. I won't blab on and on about my history here, but I am definitely on the passionate hobbyist side of the equation versus the full-time gig side of the equation. Cut my teeth long ago back in New York auditioning for Color Me Bad and Paula Abdul and people like that. So had the brushes with fame, but now just sort of doing my own thing independently while being a full-time working stiff and all that other stuff. So with that said, I'm self-producing out of my home studio and basically a one-man shop, kind of probably, if I had to label it genre-wise, alt pop, alt rock, basic kind of umbrella, although that's always debatable, right? And so what I'm trying to do is just, without necessarily conquering the world or trying to eat an elephant, I'm just trying to build up just engagement, probably primarily more so than just clicks and plays. I would like to kind of start to do things like crack the 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and just sort of have enough so that I can start to open some other doors to self-promote. Certainly Spotify lists and plays wouldn't be a bad thing, but I'm not just out to boost numbers and say, hey, look at how many plays I got. I'm trying to build up, for whatever it's worth, a fan base alongside exploring things like sync licensing and other things, so that while I'm working and playing and putting out music, if there are good opportunities by just organically growing this thing, I want to do it most efficiently. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So are you trying to build the plays or build the audience so that you can play shows to them, or is it just build the audience of people who like your music?
That's a great question. Yeah, right now it's probably primarily a digital touch. I'm not out gigging or touring. I wouldn't exclude those things from the possibility, but it's certainly not the primary objective. So there's not going to be a whole high-touch physical presence, gigging, shows, booking kind of thing as part of the equation at this point.
Okay. Couple ways you could do this. One of them, Spotify's not bad, but if you're looking for engagement, more so, Spotify's not the best place for that because there's no comments. And if somebody does follow your channel, the only way you can keep in contact with them is through a paid Spotify audio ad. There's nothing else you can do on there. So for your specific goal, YouTube promotion is probably going to be best, followed by either Instagram or Facebook promotion. It depends on the videos that you like to make.
Yep.
So